evening and welcome to the Poets Cafe, where the art of conversation comes alive, highlighting a new era of the Poets Cafe. Artistic voices come to life as we welcome everyone into and across the threshold of a new beginning. We will honor the voices and faces on our second anniversary. Today's story will mark a new chapter on the billboard for artists, writers, singers, poets, painters, and crafters. Many with gifted talent, sharing stories of yesterday, today, and stories untold, poetically speaking. Welcome to the Poets Cafe with Ron C. McCray and Terry Benjamin. We will continue on our journey into a new romance novel of relationships, with music as lit, and the souls and rhythm moving the body from side to side, leaving only memories for our audience as we move forward in today's show. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Now, let's get started into our show and listen to the voices of the shadow winds blow, poetically speaking.
Let's get started. And of course, if it's Sunday, it must be Poetically Speaking with yours truly, Terry Benjamin and Ron C. McCray. Our engineer for this afternoon is Brother Pierre. And we want to get right into the program. But before we get into the program, we got to put our VIPs into the VIP lounge. And so I want to do that right now. And so, in the VIP lounge this Sunday afternoon, Sheila Brown Bird. Also, I want to say happy birthday, Sheila. Your special day was in this week, and so we want to say happy birthday to you as we put you in the VIP lounge. Jahada Peppers Sharif, Deborah Dozer, Earl F. Bear, Connie Red, Terry Thurman, Sylvia Carter, Pat Hughes, Laura Flashberg, Barbara Bowles, Valentine Gordon, Eric Farr, Isu Canty, Carl Estes, Dina Robinson, Larethia Foster Brom, Dennis Woodyard, JoAnn Blount, Brian Cox, Jess Patillon, Doug Dan, Darrell Jackson, Jan Johnson, Harry Mars, Sophonia Spears, Elliot Hale, Twafika Harris, Jerome Whitaker, Ruth Ann Brown, Janice Disrupt, Sammy Miller, Sandra Williams, Keisha Williams, Janice N. Hypolite, Sharon Jones Casey, Deborah Brown Burgess, Brenda Brown, Diane Smith, and Neil Yossi. So these are people in the VIP lounge this afternoon, and you can join them. And the next time, you just reach out to me on TikTok, and I will put you right into the VIP lounge. The quote of the day is from a woman who needs no introduction, but I'm just going to say her name is Oprah. And the quote of the day is, "Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness." And this is from Oprah Winfrey, who I consider a self-actualized woman. When I say self-actualized, it means that she has reached the top, the pinnacle of her success. I mean, there's nobody really can compare too much to her, because she is at the top of her profession. Today's agenda: everyday philosophy, the pursuit of wisdom. Philosophy, if you break it down, we're going to break it down even more when we get into our program, especially in our Food for Thought segment. But philosophy is simply motivating beliefs, concepts, and principles that guide your life. This afternoon, Richard Metley, he just checked in. He says, "Good afternoon, good brothers. God bless." Thank you, Richard. Thank you so much, brother. Really, always good to see your name and to know that you are with us. And so let's keep it moving. And so we have this segment, again, I always look forward to because I never know what it's going to be exactly. You know, all I know that is Ron's poetry. So, Ron, what do you have for us today?
A couple of things in short, and we have a lot in a short period of time, so I want to make this quick. A couple of things I want to introduce, and that's what's important. And matter of fact, I truly want to give honor and respect to those as the list continues to grow, because it shows that we are doing something, and we are doing something because of you, no matter how you look at it. So it's truly a pleasure, without question.
Yes.
I want to, this is Women's Month, so I'm just going to briefly run through a couple of things that I think is important. First, let me say this. As you see what I have the hat on, and as you may seen and many may seen around or see around the 250 years of America. Well, you know, I'm be honest with you. At one point, I had an issue. I had an issue because I looked at the negative side of it. But the negative side really brought forth a clear understanding of the positive side. And what I mean by that, in the 250 years, that naturally today we could talk about what the hell was done to us then.
Yes.
But in 250 years, if not beyond, well, no, it's not if, what beyond the 250 years, but let's just stick with the 250 years, what our ancestors have done then and now. We have become writers, poets, builders, agriculturists, architects, painters. We have built the foundation. And so if nothing else, when you think about or that negativity coming across your mind, think about all that our ancestors have done for us to be here today, even on this podcast, even you in the audience, because the podcast then was the whispering voices in the wilderness of the darkness that you and I cannot begin to imagine. The audience was those who had to sit silently without even breathing a whisper. So again, had it not been for, where would you be? Where would we be had it not been for? So let me read this. When I just ran across this, and this is information I had when I was at AT&T, you know, because during Black History Month, we celebrated Black History Month all over, okay, each and every day. You went someplace and you found something. But let me just read this right quick. This is in reference to Elizabeth Evelyn Wright, 1876 to 1906. Following in the footsteps of imbued with the teaching of Booker T. Washington at Tuskegee Institute, Evelyn Wright founded Voorhees College in Denmark, South Carolina, in 1897. Miss Wright walked for miles in the Denmark community to secure contribution for the early beginning of the school. Numerous accounts are told of her physical drive and effort to seek funds for Voorhees College in the 8 years she served as principal. I say that because for me, even as we continue to look and find information, this was 1897. And so get away from the thought of what's being said that somebody is the greatest president of the United States and he or she, whoever the case may be, that they may follow him, know everything. No. And then I want to talk to the sisters and brothers, but right now this is Women's Month. So let me talk to you. Here's a sister, Elizabeth Evelyn Wright, who founded with really nothing but walked miles to receive or secure contribution. And every single sister, and I stand corrected, but what I'm talking about when I say every single sister, every sorority, you must come together. Don't even forget about ignoring where you come from. Go back into what we may identify as a hood or the ghetto, but back into the community to help young ones, brothers and young sisters. Because if she did it then with nothing, and all that you have today with everything, money and education, master's degree and PhD and all this, all those scholars, there's no reason why we should be talking about this, what somebody else is doing or taking your history out. But anyway, let me keep going. So that's important. Elizabeth Evelyn Wright, 1876 to 1906, way back then. I want to read this too. I'm going to read this from the Bible. I'm quite sure you'll find similar scripture or stating from the Quran or the Torah. But this is taken out of 1 Timothy, and I want to start with two different passages. 1 Timothy, 5th chapter. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren. The elder women and mothers the younger as sisters with all purity. Honor widows that are widows indeed. Keep that in mind. We have seniors, and we don't call them seniors, but we have seasoned seniors. Those who are still here, those who are passed on. Keep in mind, there's no such thing. You're tired, you don't want this and that. No. They're the ones who opened up the doors for you and I. They're the ones who labor to help bring us into this world. So keep in mind, every single seasoned person, you keep in mind, you treat them with respect, no matter how you look at it. Because it's about time to come home and regain who we're supposed to be with respect, smiling, no matter how you look at it. Treat one another with respect and compliment. There's no such thing, as I always say, you open up the door for a sister and she act like she can't speak to you. I'm not saying all, but look at the ones who's grudging with the attitude of an expression on their face. Here's another one. This one is short. This is also from diversity. All right, keep this in mind. Affirmative action, golden rules. Dr. King in here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hold each other accountable. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Work together, making discrimination a non-issue. Don't generalize or stereotype. Make discrimination less socially acceptable. Have respect for everyone's job. Listen more to lower levels. Act on suggestion.
Yes.
Don't ignore the bottom ones. Give open and honest feedback. And that's the issue today. Too many don't want to hear the facts or the truth. Right. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. The truth and the life.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. Become aware of your own personal prejudice and work to overcome them. That's what's important.
Yes. Very, very important.
I just want to show you this before I come back into it, but I want to read something.
Yes.
Philosophy. Philosophy, the foundation of understanding everything in life.
That's right. That's right. In today's agenda, everyday philosophy, the pursuit of wisdom.
And in short, this is no disrespect, and I'm not taking anything away, but as a reminder, as my brother read in reference to Oprah reaching the top. She reached the top as to where she is today, but there's still so much higher than her.
That's right.
And I look at this, had it not been for our ancestors who worked and labored with nothing to create and make something, to bring forth what life is all about, through the aches and pain, that made it possible for somebody like Oprah and many before and during and then thereafter. That's okay, right. So keep that in mind. It's about the door of opportunity. Words of new language. Words of a new language. Words in a new language speak in high volume, newly informative images where clarity unfolds the mastery of any spoken word when understood. Words describe who are in a language unproven, yet they flourish with a melody of sounds that ring with a new self, taught within a vital frame with sweet notes, beyond the most prolific statue life has ever told. The power of intellectual wealth, mind, body, spirit, and soul. The etymology of epistemology is search of Sophia. A Greek queen took the wind out of my breath without a kiss to say hello before rescuing the inhale of time. Yet Sophia, the beauty of life that surrounds my countless moments, the fragrance of her beauty, paralyzed my senses, plunging me into a world of dizziness, spiraling out of control. Sophia is what we all need, in or out of a crisis, and she rises to a standing ovation from the world that gives life and gives it abundantly to all who seeks it. Just call on the name of Sophia. A floor mist of solitude filled the air with a memory written in the journal from birth to the present, and even the future cannot wait until the present passes by. Sophia, a Greek word for loving, where kindness echoes into the edge of time. Words we learn, words we spell, words we sound out. Words are what break us up into the darkness of fault, blaming another for what fails to identify self, for the destruction, a built collapse. Words will make you or break you, shattering dreams of lost hope, with no regaining of river streams floating away with no trace, no one to listen to. What was but now isn't. Sophia is the heart of our soul, the heart where forgiveness takes on the property of a smile that just saves the lost from despair. Melting rivers, frozen lakes, and mountains remain steadfast as the earth shifts to another place. The study of the Greek word evokes new imagery of spring, summer, and fall, and the atmosphere reign in a new heaven just before the clinging of tears fall like a swift breeze capturing every expression. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, the greatest of these is love, the foundation of the earth, the pathway to joy, and the proud and beautiful color arrangement for the world to display. Yeah. Words of a new language, and the foundation of all of that is love, no matter how you look at it. The greatest of these is love.
That's right. Yeah, again, love, love for yourself, love for your brother. And as we move on through our program, in the Mind, Body, and Books segment, have two very special books that I want to share with you. And the first book is entitled, I Got Thunder, Black Women Songwriters on Their Craft, edited by Lashonda, Katrice, Barnett. And this is from 2007. And this book has many songwriters that we know, and maybe some that we might not know, but it also includes Shaka Khan here, Dionne Warwick, Odetta, Oleta Adams, and also Brenda Russell. And I'm going to do some more with Brenda Russell when we get into our Music is Lit segment. So I want you to be sort of, conscious of that. And again, here, this book is very important because it talks to these women about the craft of songwriting. And again, a lot of times, people wait for inspiration. Sometimes you just got to really deal with the craft. I'm sure my brother, he has many ideas for poems, and some of them don't always come out of the blue. Sometimes he has to sit down and sort of bring them to life. But this is a very interesting book because the author interviews over 20 female songwriters. And again, so this is entitled, again, I Got the Thunder, Black Women Songwriters on Their Craft, edited by Lashonda, Katrice, Barnett. The second book that I have is also a very special. This is for young adults, but as always, it's young adults, but it's really for all of us, especially this particular subject. And the book is entitled The Promise of Change, One Girl's Story in the Fight for School Equality. And this is from JoAnn Allen Boyce and Deborah Levy, 2019. And it talks about, I'm going to read here from the back of the book, and then I want to share a segment from the book. This book is autobiographical, but it's also written in poems. But I want to read from the back, just give you an idea of the landscape of the book here. It says here, when 14-year-old JoAnn Allen and 11 other African-American students walked into Clinton High School on an August morning in 1956, they knew they were walking into history. They had been told that they are the first students to integrate a public high school in the American South. What they didn't know is how treacherous their journey would be. The eastern Tennessee town is a courteous, yes ma'am, no sir kind of place where blacks and whites seem to get along, but something darker lurks beneath the civility in Clinton. And when outside agitators interfere, local whites' muffled objections turn to unrestrained bigotry and violence. So even the Clinton 12 themselves wonder whether they should just return to their old school. As the desegregation crisis makes headlines across the country, JoAnn, clear-eyed, practical, tolerant, and popular, finds herself in the spotlight as a spokesperson for the group. that that's not the only life she wants. She also wants to focus on music, friendship, and of course, her education. This is a heartbreaking and a relatable story of an extraordinary trailblazer fighting for civil rights and for the right to be an ordinary teenager. And so I just want to share this briefly from the actual book. And again, this is a book, is autobiographical, but it's written in poems. And so this is toward the end of the book here on page 139 specifically, and it's entitled Gone. Gone, Tuesday, September 11th. And it reads here, gone are the screamers, gone are the crowds, gone is the thunder of angry white clouds. Calm are the classrooms, calm are the halls, calm are the streets, mostly calm are the brawls. Decency rises, decency won, decency sputtered by a soldier, a gun. Clinton is quiet, Clinton is still. Order in town, calm on our hill. Soldiers are leaving, trucks rumbling out. The job here is done, they say. I know those who doubt. Gone are the soldiers, gone are the tanks, gone is the general to whom we owe thanks. Gone is protection, gone is the shield, gone. Will our neighbors' true hearts be revealed? And so again, this is from the book, The Promise of Change, One Girl's Story in the Fight for Social Equality. And really, Ron, this really inspired me because I'm doing some work on my autobiography, and I decided I'm just going to try to do this autobiography in poems, and I really was inspired by this particular book. And as we go on into our program, I want to put the spotlight on a particular artist. All three songs and Music is Lit is from the songwriter Brenda Russell. And I just wanted to share this from the book I Got Thunder. And the person who put the book together, editor, is Lashonda Katrice Barnett. And she asked a question of Brenda Russell. She says here, I love the language. All of the metaphor for travel in the song Get Here, which has been recorded by Alita Adams, Randy Crawford, Barbara Mandel, and Patti LuPone. Can you tell me how that song came to be? And Brenda Russell replies, that song was such a gift to me. I was making a record on very little money. My manager and I went to Sweden. I had been invited there to do a show and fell in love with the place. When we finally had the record company on board, really interested in the project, there were all this pressure to do an up-tempo number. They were like, Brenda, you need a dance hit. As I'm trying to write something like that, out of nowhere, here comes, and she hums the chords of Get Here. I thought, well, that's not a dance hit, so let me move that to the side. I go to bed, I wake up, humming the first chords of Get Here. There it is again. Well, this had never happened to me. Like I told you before, if I don't write it down, it's gone. But here, this song was again, it would not go away. So I wrote it. This was during a very spiritual time in my life. We had no money and we were really living on faith. So I saw this song as a spirit gift. I rented this great room looking out over downtown Stockholm. And as I looked out of my window, I started thinking of all these ways to get to a person that you loved. And the author, the editor says here, were you thinking of someone in particular when you wrote that song? Because your performance of it, anyone who performed that song has to bear a lot of emotion and sentimentality. And Brenda says, yes, I was talking to the person that I had not yet met. I was singing to this dream lover. Yeah, I was thinking, whoever and wherever you are, get here. And so that brings us to the song that she wrote, that she recorded, and I'd like to share it with you. And this was her first big hit, and this was actually recorded in 1988. And this is Brenda Russell, and this is Get Here. You're going to hear some great metaphors. And she says here, and I recite, You can reach me by railway. You can reach me by trailway. You can reach me on an airplane. You can reach me with your mind. You can reach me by caravan, cross the desert like an Arab man. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. You can reach me by sailboat, climb a tree and swing rope to rope, take a sled and slide down a slope, cross the border in a blaze of hope. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. There are hills and mountains between us, always something to get over, but if I had it my way, surely you would be closer. I need you closer. There are hills and mountains between us, but if I had my way, surely you would be closer. I need you closer. You can windsurf into my life, take me up in a carpet ride. You can make it in a big balloon, but you better make it soon. You can reach me by caravan, cross the desert like an Arab man. I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can. And that's Get Here by Brenda Russell. And you know, all these songs have a particular theme that I'll tie together after I finish all three songs. Mary McDonald checked in and she says, "Hello, everyone." Hello, Mary. Always good to see your voice. And also, kiss your fabulous husband for me. You know, he's a great man, you know, and you're a great woman. So we continue with Brenda Russell. And this is from 1979, a very good year. And this is Brenda Russell, and it's entitled So Good, So Right. We're on the shores of nowhere, looking out to the sea. I turn and kiss your face, and you laugh at me. How do I feel? Well, I feel like rain. Feel like saying, it feels so good, so right to be with you tonight. So good, so right to be with you tonight. So good, so right to be with you tonight. How do I feel when I feel like being, feel like singing, feel so good, so right to be with you tonight? So good, so right to be with you tonight. So good, so right to be with you. You make me feel so young, the way you laugh and play like a child in the sun. You know I want to stay in love this way. How do I feel? When I feel like praying, feel like saying, whoa, feels so good, so right to be with you. So good, so right to be with you tonight. So good, so right to be with you tonight. So good, so right to be with you tonight. So good, so right to be with you tonight. Hey, baby, so good, so right to be with you tonight. And again, this was her first hit song, and the story goes that Ron, she had given a dinner party, and as she was washing dishes, this song came to her. So she went back into the room on the piano, and she started singing to her guests, and she put it on tape, and this became her first hit. But again, that was not her last hit, and it's so funny as a songwriter. Unfortunately, a lot of her songs were sung by other people, and sometimes other people think they wrote the song. And the last song that I want to share with the audience and share with you, my brother, is a song that is very, very popular. And, you know, it's so funny because, you know, sometimes, you know, when we have opportunities, when I read some of your poetry, and you say, wow, you know, that sounds different. Because I put my spin on it. But again, you have to go to the source. And in this song, the source was Brenda Russell, and she recorded in 1979. But a man came along, and a man took this song and made this song his own. And in the interview I was reading, Ron, and she said that, look, she said, God bless this man. You know, this man was a gift to me because she wrote the song. But you know what? Luther Vandross killed it. I mean, he took this song and he made this song his own. I like Brenda. I like her version of it. But Luther He said, "Give me this song," and she was happy because I guess this song pleased her and it made a lot of money for her. But the song was actually recorded by Luther Vandross as well as other people. They also recorded this song, but for me, Luther's rendition is sort of definitive. And the name of the song is "If Only for One Night," as recorded and as sung by Luther Vandross, but written by Brenda Russell. Don't forget that. She wrote the song. And it reads, "Let me hold you tight, if only for one night. Let me keep you near to ease away your fears. It would be so nice, if only for one night. I won't tell a soul. No one has to know if you want to be totally discreet. I'll be at your side, if only for one night. Your eyes say things I never hear from you. My knees are shaking too, but I'm willing to go through. I must be crazy standing in this place, but I'm feeling no disgrace for asking. Let me hold you tight, if only for one night. Let me keep you near to ease away your fears. It would be so nice, if only for one night, if only for one night. Let me take you home to keep you safe and warm till the early dawn warms to the sun. It would be so nice, if only for one night, if only for one night. I want to know about tomorrow, no. Just want to be with you today. I don't want to know. I just want to be with you today. I don't want to know. I just want to be with you today. Let me hold you tight, if only for one night. Let me keep you near to ease away your fears. It would be so nice, if only for one night. If only for one night. I tell you, Ron, I'm going to go home and relax at that particular song. But again, I mean, if only for one night. And it's so funny because, you know, as we put all of these titles together, it is actually makes a poem, and I call this found poetry. And as a matter of fact, I put together a whole book of found poetry. What I do is I put song lyrics together to make a poem. And so this is a poem for Brenda Russell based on her song titles. Get here, so good, so right, if only for one night.
You know, it's interesting. What's so interesting? But I want to read these two before I come back and ask why I'm laughing. You know, and it shows you how the spirit works. But let me just read this to those who are stuck someplace, those who are going in a circle, those who fail to see a reality based on an illusion.
Wow.
So this is coming from, again, my book, The Philosophy. And I'm kind of bouncing around, but I want to give you, the understanding of it.
Yes.
This one is the importance of education.
Mm-hmm.
Plato's placed great emphasis on the roles of education and believe it to be one of the most important pieces is in creating a healthy state. Mm-hmm. Plato saw the vulnerability of a child's mind and understood how easily it could be molded. Mm-hmm. He believed children should be taught early on to always seek wisdom and to live a virtuous life. Plato even went so far as to create detailed directions on what exercise a pregnant woman could perform so that she would have a healthy fetus, and what types of art and exercise children should immerse themselves in. Mm-hmm. Plato, who considered the Athenians people to be corrupt, easily seduced, and gullible to rhetoric. Education was essential to having a just society. This is what you deal with each and every day now. Mm-hmm. Because again, Athenians in your office, your Athenians, who wants people to be And unfortunately, he draws people into being gullible because they fail to see a reality. So just want to skip, but I'm going to give you this, and I want to skip over. This one is in reference to Plato's cave, the allegory. Okay, I just want you to understand the illusion of it. So it's long, so I'm just going to skip around because I have something I want to come back to. There exists a cave where inside a group of prisoners has been locked up since birth. These prisoners cannot move. Their necks and legs are chained so that they can't shift or turn around, and they can only see what is in front of them, a stone wall. Behind and above the prisoner is a fire, and between the fire and the prisoners is a low wall where people walk, carrying objects on their heads. The light of the fire casts shadows of the object on the wall in front of the prisoners. These shadows are all the prisoners can see. The only sound they hear are the echoes from the cave. Now, because these prisoners have never been exposed to actual objects in all their lives, they have only witnessed the shadows. They mistake these shadows for reality. The echoes of the cave to them are noises created by the shadow. If a shadow of a book were to appear, for example, these prisoners will claim that they have seen a book. They are not saying this is a shadow of a book because their reality doesn't know shadows. Eventually, one of the prisoners would understand the nature of this world and would be able to guess what shadow would come next, which would lead to praise and recognition from the other prisoners. Now, I want to kind of bounce over and go to something else, okay, because it's important. In the latter part of it, when the prisoners return, in other words, actually, let me say this, because it's long, in essence, this is where one person was able to see the reality of what was going on. So when he was able to escape and leave that environment of the four walls and the echoes of the sounds and the shadows, he brought forth to the others. And so I'm just kind of skipping over. When the prisoner returns, he struggled to adjust to the darkness of the cave. The other prisoners find this behavior startling, for the darkness of the cave is still their only reality. And instead of offering praise, they find him to be stupid and will not believe what the free prisoners has to say. The prisoners threaten to kill and free prisoners if he sets them free. Wow. Now, that's a fact and that's a reality. This is the exact same thing Harriet Tubman said. If I can only convince more that there was prisoners or slaves, I could have saved more. You see, so those who are stuck in this environment, those who are focused on the distraction and stuck with Donald Trump and everybody else, what the heck is going on in this country, then you are stuck in his cave, his four walls, his shadow, and only thing you see and know and hear is what you think is a reality when in fact it's just an illusion. That's right. And so when somebody who set themselves free from being in prison, as our ancestors and what we delve into today to say, look, there's a reality here. No, no, no. This is what they doing to us. You see, those words, as I said, words of a language. Words make a difference. This is what they're doing to us. They taking our history. They, who is the hell is they? Because that means you're stuck in your own, you're a prisoner in your own cave. The only thing you know is what you've been hearing, and the only thing of the echo sounds around you that has become your reality. And all it takes is one to step out to try to set and come back to set the captives free. This is what Jesus did when he went to hell, to set the captives free. But those that went to hell and he went to set them free is the one who tried to enforce and struggle and lost their lives trying to save and, for the word of God. So he saved them, no matter how you look at it. But if you try to save your life, you're going to lose it. And that's the same thing here. Their reality of being stuck in that wall, born in darkness, never left, never saw reality, has become the whole world. And that's where so many today, this moment, as of this conversation, exists. But let me shift from that and go into what my brother had been doing. You know, it's interesting. And I come with some pieces, and what he had read, you know, ties right into it. That's why I was laughing. You know, so I want to give you the title of this, but I want to say one, or at least one of them. It's hard to say which one I'm going to say for the end. You know, but
they're all good.
Yeah, they're all good. And so I'm going to give you the title of this one. This one is called Seduction.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when who was it? You have Luther Vandross.
Yes, if only for one night.
If only for one night. That's all it takes.
That's all we have.
And the other one, and no matter what you do, just get here.
Get here. Get here.
Get here if you can. I don't care what you do.
And it would be so good. It would be so right.
Well,
see how this program is a circle, 360 degrees of philosophy.
No matter how you look at it. Oh, but this is important. I just want to share that. I forgot the name, but for those who, to everybody, look it up. Please, and you'll see the background, the history of who I'm expressing. This happened in 2001, I think 2011, when Twin Towers and the Pentagon, right? There was this sister, I forgot her name, Lieutenant Colonel of the Pentagon, when that plane went down and crashed into the Pentagon, saved lives at the cost of almost losing hers. Right? She still exists today, right? She saved lives, almost losing her, because she was determined to help somebody, regardless of the situation and condition. Yes. And every sister and everyone at the sound of the voice, go back, and we talk about Women's Month. We talk about women's history. We talk about every single day what women have done and is doing. It doesn't matter if you think you don't have a voice, you don't have anything to say. It's something you've done, your experience, your footstep, your story, no matter how you look at it. So here, Lieutenant Colonel, look it up. The sister who almost lost her life, saving her life, when the airline crashed into the Pentagon. She's been promoted, okay, but she's smiling today because she done something at all costs. Without hesitating, she was determined. What are you doing? Are you determined to help somebody else? Your neighbor, your child, anybody, no matter how you look at it. So look that up. That's important.
That's right. So is it the fact or is it the shadow? Are you living in the fact or are you living in the shadow? The shadow is not real. Okay, it's an illusion.
If you believe it, it's a reality.
That's right.
But if you realize it's the same old shadow and you don't see nothing, then it's an illusion. That's and right. What are you going to do to break out of that illusion? Beautiful. You know, yesterday in one of the authors at the library, you know, I think her book, she had mentioned in her introduction about writing a book. And you hear her saying all the time, you know, writing a book. When are you going to write that book? Anyway, at least write a postcard or something. And let me read this. It's funny. This one is titled The Body Warmer. If only for one night.
Yes.
Body warmer. I support you like a mattress with the spring of my hands running down your back as if connected to the frame of your legs. Mine with much to gain. Body warmers connect all parts of the mind and body to the mental state, a like-mindedness without ever lacking or worrying that help is on its way. But it knows one is never concerned about the whereabouts if one shall fall or collapse, due to the weak stability, being without the embrace to feel held, touched with a smile, knowing that the body is in good hands. When confidence is present, there is no worry about uncertainty. A body warmer is a connection that holds every moving concern, preventing negative thoughts from taking over and making one wonder who is there to touch, feel, smile, and cry without a warmth of a nightcap, a lip kiss, or a morning dew, joyful smile. Separation is the act of breaking away from weak parts. I don't mind leaving others alone while I get my rest, sleeping now. crying the blues for the warmth of somebody to hold and touch, and now screaming in the midnight pain and misery, anger, drenched in an agonizing selfish attitude. A body warmer are meant to connect without any part of the body disconnecting. The goal is to find what is needed to stay in the night in the right state of wisdom and knowledge. When I meet someone in the right place, never worry, scream across an echoing lake, and have no message fall on deaf ears. All because we are separated in our own ignorant space and place to be alone. Except when you want some peanut butter and jelly. Are you home? I need some. Can I get some now? Begging for just a little touch of your body to keep me warm. Everyone needs a body warmer, like a hand warmer, foot warmer, head cover, and earmuffs too. What's your excuse for not having one until the chilling moment when cold quickly slips in and the chill crawls up the spine, down the legs, crossing into day and night to cry? Loneliness hasn't been assigned the role of your comforter. It is you who thought it. It was all about you and your many parts of separation while living, sleeping, standing, working, eating, or crying alone.
Body warmer.
Change how you think, feel, and believe. I don't need a body warmer. At night, I cry alone now.
Oh, that's deep.
So you think about it. Don't act like you don't need a body warmer.
That's right. As Bobby Womack said, if you think you're lonely now,
just wait. Just wait till it's too late.
Just wait. If you think you're lonely now.
Absolutely. See, now one is saying to get here, I don't care how you get here. The other one said there's only one night.
That's right.
But if you think you're lonely now, because your bad attitude.
Music is lit.
That's good.
Yes.
There is so much, we have fun, we enjoy the moment, we listen to you, we look for your comments or whatever, and that's what's important, because again, all this is music is lit, understanding the lyrics, philosophy, knowing the beginning of everything has a history, an inception, poetry, writers, singers, no matter how you look at it, everybody's a writer, singer. Whether you think it's important or not, that's up to you, but bring it to light. Because again, if a child does not hesitate to showcase their joy, then why are you hesitant or hiding from? When I was in church this morning, one of the sisters had her grandson. While everybody else was clapping, he started clapping. The boy couldn't have been no man, maybe one, maybe two. But he was clapping because he was in the rhythm. He was in the moment, feeling what everybody else was feeling, although he didn't see, but he felt the moment. Are you feeling the moment? No matter how you look at it.
Yeah, and again, like we said, we're into our food for thought segment, and again, philosophy defined how to think to live. And when we talk about philosophy, we're talking about motivating beliefs. We're talking about concepts, like he talked about Plato's allegory of the cave. Principles. What principles do you live by? I want to share this briefly. This is from Maya Angelou. And she says here, and again, just showing her principle. She says here, Maya Angelou, she says here, develop enough courage so that you can stand up for yourself and then stand up for somebody else. Okay, you get your courage and then you use your courage for someone else. That's a principle. That was one of her guiding principles. That was part of her philosophy of life. We all have a personal philosophy. And the more we understand that personal philosophy, the more we can share that with others. And so again, philosophy is not something that's so heavy that we can't understand it. It's very practical. And so today we're talking about everyday philosophy. Everyday philosophy, the pursuit of wisdom.
I just want to say, in short, for clarity and identity, and not so much clarity, but the hat I have on, as you see, is a dark blue. Yes. And the dark blue, although it doesn't signify which branch, but the dark blue represents, in my opinion, the Navy, because they had dark blue. Mm-hmm. A light blue would have been the Air Force. I also have a green one, which represents the Army. And I also have a beige one, which represents the sandstorm, but it depends on what branch you are in during special forces under the sand, the camouflage. So a lot of times it's used in the Marine Corps. Mm-hmm. And as you may see, those who've been in the Marine Corps and whatnot, you may see them wear red hats. Mm-hmm. So I said that I brought this back to say, as I said in the beginning, that although 250 years, look at what we have done during those era and never got credit for, never been recognized, but it was a black person, a black man and black woman, brother and sister, who had fought and made it all possible for the colonizer today, who's shackling you mentally and brought forth bravery so to set you free, the colonizer, and only the return that the colonizer turn around and put you back in chains. Even when you came home, you couldn't sit and walk in the stores and streets and whatnot. And you see that even as of today, no matter how you look at it. So forget what somebody is telling you. The reality is your history. His history is your history. Your history is what God has created you to be.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Let me read this. You bring some gentleness to the soul.
Love it.
Like a butterfly. Like a butterfly, soft and radiant with sounds that soothes the soul. Tender as quietness, a gentle breeze whispering through the air, filled with the love of life, renewing every moment, seeking the rhythm of a violin, strokes without disturbance, just a harmonious place to rest upon the shoulders, gazing into a restful sleep, and no sound ever heard. Like a butterfly, a smile so sweet it brings joy even when echoes disturbs the nerve system, making it shake. The only cure is the touch of a butterfly, gently caressing the vibration that restores balance and calm. The colors of a butterfly display sparkling rich shades, bright yet deep sensual tone, where one can rest overlooking the beauty of solar energy. From the mountains, here a new life is created every moment as time seems to stand still. Like a butterfly, the force of nature that ignites love into romance, dance like a tap dancer, tiptoeing across the stage of happiness, a place where innocence is released and headed for a cruise to nowhere. Butterflies are gentle creatures that brings a delicate touch to a masculine beast's soul. They soothe the tough exterior, revealing another side of opportunities, and remind us that the quick passage of time causes nature to enter a state of hibernation. Meanwhile, growth and harvest brings a new wave of life without the need for an injection that alters the spirit of living with purpose. Butterflies are delicate and lovely with many shades of colors and fleeting moments of calm that inspires the mind to express words beyond ordinary language. These are words that only a higher power can interpret, decoding the radiant signals from the universe of stars, a galaxy without end. Butterflies sing softly, calming the mind into a memory-free zone, a place where the outside will refresh the inner soul. In this sanctuary, gentleness flows from a touch of serenity. The touch of a butterfly feels like soft, silky fabric resting on the heart, sending it into a deep, calming sleep with no memories of yesterday. As a lit candle gently whispers into the morning fragrance, it becomes a moment to call upon angels whispering in prayer, and the feeling of magical cotton caresses the soul. As a head rests into a solemn state, without disturbance, to forget what was ever remembered, just pure stillness of peace. Butterflies symbolize peace, love, and joy, and kindness, calming the inner soul of time and spreading across the universe, moving at a timeless speed with no radar in sight. The grace of a butterfly is gently and sweet.
Wow. This has been Poetically Speaking, the place for the spoken word, with yours truly, Terry Benjamin, and my brother here, Ronald C. McCray. We come to you twice a week, on Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m., and on Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. Again, we're trying to build a community of critical thinkers. And we ask you to subscribe, tell a friend, and have that friend tell a friend, so we can have you come with us and put you in the VIP lounge. And so, brother, say good night to these people.
You know, and once again, it's always a pleasure, and the VIP is overflowing. We have to start another level of the VIP because it's truly a blessing, and, you know, no matter how you look at it, we truly are grateful. And again, like a butterfly, be as gentle, smile. Love is the foundation of who you are. Take it, keep it, embrace it, pass it on, inject it into somebody else who has a frown on their face. Tell them, baby brother, I know somebody loves you. I'm here to greet you with a smile. So with that, be blessed and take care.